Good morning.
Hello. So it's another masterclass, and it's actually becoming quite fun to do that because it's really nice to give some more detailed information about what we're doing, the brand, certain problems everybody has, and it's just so nice to being able to give a little close advice. That's why we also have all our facialists, giving FaceTime consultations for everybody who wants to really assess one-on-one skin and what treatment, what skincare routine is the best for everyone in particular. And that's what we want to do with these masterclasses, really talk deeper about a certain topic. Today we chose because there's so much request and so many questions regarding acne scars, and it's just like not just acne scars, just regarding acne per se. And it's just so important to address certain problems and how to treat and what's best to do. So I'm really happy that we continue doing that and that there's so much request for our master classes. So I don't know how many is everybody signed in? Do we know that?
Almost, I think we've got around 76 people.
So you know what, I will just start with a short overview about my background. I think some of you already know, but just to understand where I come from, and then when everybody's in, then we go into deeper discussion about acne. So I studied sports and medicine first, and then I studied also sports, and I became an orthopedic doctor, and I came together with a group of orthopedic doctor scientists, and I helped pioneering a treatment where you basically take blood from the patient and you process it in a certain way, and you create anti-inflammatory proteins from the blood. You re-inject it into the joints, take inflammation down, and that way you stop the ongoing process of inflammation, the ongoing process of osteoarthritis, aging of the joints. So this, you already see the going together of inflammation and aging. So when I started injecting Botox and filler into faces, I was very intrigued to create an own treatment, something which really works on a cellular level and helps with inflammation. So I translated the knowledge from the orthopedics into the skin and created in 2002 something which you all know probably as blood facial or vampire facial. And this treatment today is quite famous. At the time, I was the only one doing it. And around the same time, I had problems with my skin. I had like super dry skin. I had blackheads. I had really a problem to hydrate my skin, and I was trying every product on the market, and nothing would help me. I would have to go to see a facialist every 3 weeks, and to needed to be cleaned out. And she gave me all kinds of masks and creams, and I spent so much money and nothing would work. So I decided to make my own cream, and that's when I created my blood cream, which is a total hydration tool plus the anti-inflammatory proteins from my blood, which healed my skin. And I gave this to all my orthopedic and skin patients, and they were excited about it. But of course, they not only wanted to have one cream, they wanted to have a serum, they wanted to have a cleanser. And so since I couldn't recommend them anything on the market, I decided to come up with a little line myself. And I already learned so much from what I saw, what was on the market and what they didn't do. And I'm a total nerd in ingredient science. I'm working a lot with lots of scientists, and at that time, lots of scientists from Harvard and Pittsburgh. And I was just like very much into looking into what the skin needs. And I came from a different angle. You know, I come from the angle of anti-inflammation. You know, I'm a medical doctor. I know about dermatology, but I'm not a dermatologist. So I come from a totally different angle to the skin, doing something on the cellular level, helping to get inflammation level down, do an absolute hydration boost in the skin, because what I find, hydration is the key to healthy skin barrier function. Hydration is just really what every skin type needs. And there we go. You know, if you have oily skin, combination skin, dry skin, you all need hydration. It's not just, you know, I have oily skin, therefore I need to dry out my skin. That doesn't connect. Oiliness and dryness is not opposite. Oily, non-oily, less sebum production. Hydration, dehydrated. So two different things. So even if you have oily skin, you need hydration. That's the key to healthy skin barrier function. So I want to tell you a little bit about inflammation as well. Inflammation is all around us. Inflammation is an ongoing immune response, and I'm talking about silent inflammation. Of course, there's inflammation you can see. When you have, for example, a pimple, you see it's all inflamed, red and swollen and white. And if you have a silent inflammation, this is an ongoing immune response in your body, and it basically destructs tissue, it destructs cells, it makes us becoming sick, eventually causing cancer, and makes us age. So this silent inflammation, how is it caused? It's basically all around us. It's coming from pollution, it's coming from sun exposure, it's coming from our food, it's coming from stress, it's coming from what skincare we use, it's coming from sleep deficit. So it's all around, it's very lifestyle oriented, and this is something everybody can work on our lifestyle, how to reduce these stresses from outside. When I talk about sleep, we need to have a good portion of valuable sleep. We should sometimes really go to bed early and get enough sleep. For example, if we don't sleep well, our IGF-1, insulin-like growth hormone 1 can increase and can cause a higher sebum production. And if we have stress, same, our hormone level can raise and we can have higher sebum production. If we can adjust our diet, for example, you know, if we eat dairy, if we eat processed meat, they're loaded with hormones and antibiotics. This could increase our, or food with high glycemic index, it could increase our insulin-like growth factor 1. It could just cause so many more problems, not just inflammation, but also, in fact, it could cause an acne breakout as well. So by adjusting our lifestyle, we can reduce inflammation. We can induce inflammation. For example, food which is very anti-inflammatory, green leaf vegetable, it's oranges, cherries, salmon, mackerel, almonds, walnuts, olives, tomatoes. There's a whole Harvard study which shows which food is anti-inflammatory, and what's causing inflammation is processed meat, fried food, sugars, sodas. I'm getting questions in between. Should I just continue talking a little bit, and then we do like a whole session of answering questions? I think it's really important because there's so many questions. So yeah, inflammation, what it does to the skin. Every skin condition goes together with inflammation. So inflammation could be the root cause of aging, breakouts, acne, eczema, redness, irritation, anything we don't like about our skin goes together with inflammation. So you already can see, if we get inflammation under control, we already can help also our skin. And this inflammation level to me was always very important also in skincare ingredients. So skincare ingredients actually can cause inflammation. Acid peels can cause inflammation. Fragrances, perfumes can cause inflammation. There are a bunch of ingredients in our skincare products which can cause our skin to react with inflammation. Also, we have to understand that the skin is an organ, not just a beauty device. So whatever we put on our skin, it also gets delivered into our whole system. So if products suggest don't use it while you're pregnant, just stay away anyway. Just stay away from products you can't use when you're pregnant, because they suggest they're not quite healthy. So one cause of inflammation is also pollution. Pollution can also cause acne, by the way, because it clogs the pores and can promote an appearance of acne. So when people move into a city where there's a lot of pollution, all of a sudden their skin acts up with acne, which they never had before. So it can have different causes. It can because by hormones. So lots of people suffer of hormonal acne. It starts in the puberty. So if our sexual hormones kick in, it sends a signal to the skin to produce more sebum. Number one. Number two, if we have problems with hormones like polycystic ovaria, or we have like a higher, if we have an imbalance in higher levels of male hormones, it can increase the sebum production. So sebum comes from our oil glands, and it's important because it has also tasks. It keeps our skin smooth, it helps with thermoregulation. So if it's hot outside, it helps that it delays the dehydration of our skin. If it's cold, it keeps out the rain. It has, it keeps microbes out. So it's really important that we have a sebum production. But in many cases, sebum production is higher, and it's higher also, for example, in men's skin. Darker skin tones have a higher sebum production. It also has a higher inflammation level in the skin. So inflammation we all have, also especially if we have breakouts. But for darker skin tones, and there are lots of studies, when there's studies which look closely at a pimple, for example, then the inflammation is not just in this area, it's basically everywhere. And what it could cause then is post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. So this pigmentation can come from breakouts, from pimples, from comedons, and it's really important to help to prevent from those hyperpigmentation to happen. Because for darker skin tone, especially the two most often reasons to go to a dermatologist is acne and breakouts, and the second one is hyperpigmentation. They kind of go together. So so blackheads, let's talk about blackheads. So it's like a, you know, when we talk about breakouts, blackheads, whiteheads, acne, it all has to do with higher sebum production. It has to do with dead skin cells. Blackheads also oxidation. So if we have a pore, the follicle connected to the gland, and which produces the sebum, and sometimes this could clog up. Bacteria can come in, bacteria which we have anywhere in the skin, but they can all stick together, and then it can become like a, you know, like a pimple when white and red blood cells come and cause swelling and inflammation. And then when it's connected to the, if it's connected to the surface, then it can oxidate, and then it can become black, and the melanin together causes this black color when it oxidates. If there's a thin skin layer over it, then it's more white, so then it's not oxidated. That's the difference. So what do we do to you know, treat our skin if we have a higher sebum production? And that's something we need to address, and that's something to do with skin type. So how can I even understand what skin type I am, and if I have oily skin or combination skin or dry skin? So you can, there are these papers called how do you call these papers? Mattifying papers. You probably all know this when you have makeup on and you want to get the oil off. You can use those papers on these areas, on your cheeks, on your chin, on your forehead, and you see if it sticks to your forehead, and you see if there's like, you see if your skin is more oily in those areas. But most of you probably already know what skin type you are. So if you have an excess sebum production, we need to treat our skin a little more different with our skincare products. And it's really important that you don't dehydrate your skin, don't dry out your skin. As I just said, you know, oiliness doesn't mean dehydration. And I think that's the biggest mistake which is being done in our society, that we think, oh, we have like oily skin, and we have like breakouts, we have to dry out our skin. And that's a really big problem, because if we dry out our skin, if our skin is dry, it could cause even more problems, because through ruptures in our skin, bacteria can enter the skin even worse. Our skin barrier function won't be working as well as it should. So hydration is the key to healthy functioning skin, no matter what skin type. So, and that's something which I address with my skincare routine from A to Z, from cleanser over every product I make, is super hydrating. But it means that if you have oily skin, you shouldn't use like a super rich cream, you know, you should really stay away from lots of oils, also face oils. But you need the hydration, you need a moisturizer which hydrates, you need a serum which hydrates, but doesn't cause greasiness. Yeah, that's absolute important to know. Also, if you ever treat your skin with stronger products and medicine given by the dermatologists, like acids and ingredients which can cause a dry out of your skin, and it's quite aggressive to your skin, before you apply those ointments, you need to hydrate your skin, treat your skin first, and then you apply those ointments. It's very important that you don't think you need to dry out your skin. And I think this is something also young people mistaken. I think there's a lot of products out there which are really targeting to dry out acne skin. So what's important if you have acne skin? How should you treat your skin? Or if you have a prone to breakout skin, it's important to cleanse. Cleansing is the key. Morning and night, do a thorough cleansing. This doesn't mean double cleanse or triple cleanse, because this can also cause problems with your skin barrier function. It's really important to keep our pH stable. pH in the skin is slightly acidic, and the acidity also makes sure that we have the bacteria we need on our skin and that the function of the skin is intact. So use maybe a toner which evens out the pH. Maybe what we should do right now, we should go through the routine, and Charlie, who is here, she will show the routine for oily, more prone to breakout skin. And so we will, do you want to sit here, Charlie? Yeah. So so I created 2 lines which are very important for this type of skin. Number 1, darker skin tone line. Our darker skin tone line is designed for every skin which is prone to more inflammation, needs antibacterial characteristics, and for evening out the skin tone, because darker skin tone, as I just said, has the problems of inflammation, breakouts, and hyperpigmentation, post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. So it's really important to address those things. So the darker skin tone line basically is the same like the normal, but it's targeted more for antibacterial. It's even more extra anti-inflammatory, and it's for evening out the skin tone, with ingredients like honeycure, magnolia bark, whitewood bark. It's a really nice cleanser. This cleanser, for example, also contains a low percentage of salicylic acid, which helps to slow down corneation. This is hyperkeratosis. So it helps to the skin easier to, it doesn't clog up the cornea to, how do you say this? Hyperkeratosis or corneation or callus building. So, cornification. The Germans. The Germans.
Say it in German, maybe. Maybe there's some German.
Verhornung. Verhornung. Skin Verhornung. Hautverhornung. So, so you wash your face morning and night. Really important to do it twice a day. Then twice a week you do an exfoliation. Exfoliation is super important to take off dead skin cells, because what we learned, dead skin cells, sebum, bacteria, it all clogs together, and then when it, clogs and bacteria come, then pimples get created or blackheads. So dead skin cells is a very important part of our breakout problem, and that's why it's important to exfoliate, to take off dead skin cells. And the most gentle, but also the most effective, the most effective exfoliant is the enzyme cleanser. And the enzyme cleanser has like 2 enzymes, subtilisin and lipase, which break down the lipids and the proteins of a cell and take off completely the cell structure. Because some enzymes cleansers don't have lipase, so they don't address the fat, the lipids of the the cell structure, so it's still left over and it still can cause breakouts. So it's important that an enzyme cleanser has these two enzymes. They get activated in connection with water. So Charlie is mixing this a powder. It's important that it's a powder and not already, if we take the darker skin tone one. So here is the darker skin tone enzyme cleanser. It's important that it's really connected to water to activate the enzymes. So it's this powder and you mix it with water and you make this foam out of it. And then you put it on your skin and you leave it on for 1 minute, and then it gently takes off dead skin cells. And it's really important to do so twice a week. It also really depends a little bit on your skin. Don't over exfoliate, it's also important. Another exfoliant would be a facial scrub, which mechanically takes off dead skin cells. For breakouts, I prefer the enzyme cleanser for you to use. There's another exfoliant people like to use, acid peels, for example. You just have to be careful with acid peels in this regard, because it not only takes off dead skin cells, but also takes off healthy skin cells and disrupts skin barrier function, and it causes inflammation. So I would prefer you guys use the darker skin tone enzyme cleanser, okay? You use this twice a week.
We just have one question, Barbara,
yes,
from Petal Thomas. She's just asking, are gel-based products okay for people with oily skin and during summertime?
Okay, gel-based cleansers are also okay for oily skin, yes. So see what kind of ingredients they're in, but that's also good, especially when you have oily skin. I always prefer a foam cleanser, and our foam cleanser, by the way, doesn't dry out your skin. It has urea, it has aloe vera. The foam comes through the pump, it doesn't dry out your skin. The foam is, the foam gets created by the pump, not by the ingredients. So it's a really gentle way of cleansing. So I really love this cleanser. But gel cleanser are also very good to take off, to wash your face when you have oily skin and in the summer times. I totally agree. Balancing toner would be the next step to even out your pH, but also strengthen your skin's barrier function, hydrate your skin. Darker skin tone line appropriate for, can you read this? There was just another question.
Darker skin tone.
Yeah, so cleanser, toner, you take a few pumps of the toner on a cotton pad here.
Thank you. Just whilst you're doing that, Eileen's asking, so the darker skin tone products are not just for darker complexion.
No.
They're also good for removing scars.
Exactly, so when I say darker skin tone, like I designed this line together with Angela Bassett, and we created it for darker skin tone with more sebum production, inflammation, hyperpigmentation. But of course, I mean, everyone who has those problems and hyperpigmentation, everybody experiences hyperpigmentation. I love to use the darker skin tone line because it's just a little more active and helps with all those things like antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, and evening out the skin tone. So mostly everyone I know is using the darker skin tone line because we love it. So
I use it.
Charlie's using it.
The lady that asked that question was asking about pale sensitive skin because she's Irish.
Yes.
So she's good to use it.
You're good to use it, yes. So then we have two options. Number one, we can use the Hyaluronic Serum for darker skin tones. It's an extra hydrator. That's the normal one, but we have this for darker skin tones. It's an extra hydrator, and as I just said, it's so important to hydrate our skin because the hydration makes sure that our cells can take on active ingredients, but also restores the hyaluronic acid in deeper skin layers. This one is a really good one because the hyaluronic acid gets to into all different skin layers to restore hyaluronic acid in deeper skin layers, but also gives you this instant hydration of cells and the surface and the skin boost. So it's really good as a total hydration tool, the Hyaluronic Serum. The clarifying serum also is a hyaluronic serum based serum. It's very hydrating, but this one is extra hydrating. So you can use this one first, this one second. How do you do it, Charlie?
What about the clarifying mask?
Okay, let's put the clarifying mask on first. Yeah. So Charlie is right.
It's my favorite mask.
It's her favorite mask. So the clarifying face mask is great because it's soothing, but it also has kaolin, clay, and zinc, which helps to reduce sebum production. So our whole entire clarifying line I designed because, you know, there's so much adult acne now, which hasn't been there. I mean, this is like a super new problem of the society. It used to be only kids who get acne. Now it's like very common. When you're 40, you develop acne, and as I said, it can come from hormones and what's in our food, when you eat meat, when you eat dairy. It can come from pollution, it can come from all kinds of problems like polycystic ovarian, any type of hormone issue. And I think we just have to address it differently because, you know, this line is actually, it hydrates your skin, it's anti-aging, it helps to reduce sebum production, which is important because that's the main concern. And it's just like a line to gently help to, you know, improve breakouts and acne. So it's a line containing of 4 products: the clarifying serum, the spot treatment, the clarifying mask, and the clarifying cream. So everybody who has more oily skin, prone to breakout, these are the products I want to recommend on a daily use. Some people have breakouts around their time when they get their period. So some people have this line and use the products around the time of their period, and then they change back to the normal line. I have so many people who take this all year round, and the good thing is it's also anti-aging. So it's a clarifying line which not only soothes your skin, helps to reduce sebum production, helps to heal your breakouts, but also is hydrating and anti-aging. So that's the nice thing. So Charlie, as the clarifying mask.
Andrea has actually asked if you wear the mask every day.
No.
So how often do you use it, Charlie?
I use it around 2 or 3 times a week max.
So what's also nice about this mask, you know, some people only have acne in this area, you know, hormonal acne is mostly there. So what you do when you have only in certain areas, then you use the clarifying mask in this area, and the other area use the normal hydrating face mask.
I do that a lot at the moment, actually, because I have those hormonal breakouts in my chin, so I will use only the clarifying mask here and the rest of my face, the hydrating one.
But you also, you know, if you have like this combination skin where you have the T-zone is very oily and the rest is dry, you could even treat different parts of your face with different products. This also works. Should we start answering some questions? I don't know what the...
We can do. We've got a few questions on the clarifying line. So one would be, can I use the spot treatment on an open acne wound?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can use the spot treatment on an open acne wound. By the way, I want to say a few things around you know, treating acne. So when you cleanse twice a day, it's really important. Also, if you have acne, have an antiseptic treatment. Also for Octinizept, or I don't know what the Octinizept, Google Octinizept. That's a treatment you can use when you have, like, you want to antiseptically treat this area of your breakouts and acne. So it's really important to do that. Then think about hydration, think about exfoliation. People asked about LED light, the blue light. It's not proven that it works, but there are studies, so you can use the blue light as being antibacterial. We can't really say that it's really proven, you know. And if it's you know, if you want to use makeup, it's best you would stay away from makeup if you have acne. But if you think you need to use makeup, combine the makeup with a skincare product. Mix the foundation with the glow drops. Make sure your skin is taken care of and it's hydrated. Yeah. Also, yeah.
I've got another question from Imi. I have really bad blackheads. How can I remove them? I use both cleansers and a few different serums. By the way, I love your skincare.
Which serums? Would be good to know which serums. So with blackheads, it's really important to hydrate and exfoliate. So it would be good to know also what her moisturizer is. So sometimes it's really hard to decide. So if you decide for a skincare routine, you should go with one skincare brand, because if you mix it up, some treatments defeat others, and then you don't get the full result of what is meant to be. So yes, it's important to cleanse, it's important to exfoliate, but it's important to hydrate. So if you use a retinol or retinoid, which can help acne, retinoid can help acne, but it also causes inflammation, can dry out your skin, and it can cause redness. So it can defeat the purpose and can even make certain problems worse. So be really careful how you use the things together. And I would recommend, if you decide for Sturm, just use the products together. And
we've had a quick reply. She is using it, or she or he is using brightening and night serum and the brightening lotion.
That's actually really good. Can you switch to the clarifying cream? I would like the clarifying cream.
The toner, no?
She's using the brightening
and night serum. So brightening serum, night serum, and brightening lotion.
This should be fine, because the brightening lotion is light. For how long have you been using it? And blackheads didn't get better at all? Can we have a conversation? How does this work?
We can see if we can put her on.
I'd also very much recommend including the balancing toner, no? For black complexion.
Yes, balancing toner would be important. How long do we leave on the mask? 20 minutes?
20 minutes, yeah. I'm not sure how long it's been.
It's been about 10.
Okay, so leave it on.
Yeah, leave it on some more. So it's kaolin clay and zinc, balloon vibe, and it's soothing, helping with sebum flow, helping to really get sebum under the control, help to heal the skin, but also it's anti-aging. It has purslane, of course, our super powerhouse as antioxidant, wound healing, rich in beta carotene, omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin A, C, E. So it's an absolute superhero ingredient. Telomerase activating.
It also feels very cooling on the face, which is
nice. I should tell you, I never tried this mask.
You never tried this mask?
No, I never tried this mask because it's just like not. It's just
you don't need it.
It's because you're so in love with the other mask.
Yeah, no, I have so many products, and these products I made with my heart, with all my passion, with everything, with all my knowledge, and I use a certain regimen from my skincare. I don't use every product, and the face mask is actually the only product I never ever tried. The clarifying mask, because it's just it's not for my skin right now. I don't need it. Yeah. So
the other face mask she has on every single day. Yeah, hydrating face mask.
Twice a day now. Now we're in quarantine.
No, I love it. So yeah, try to not use makeup right now. I think this would be really good. Also, what you should stay away from are these cleansing brushes. These cleansing brushes are horrible. They dry out your skin. They're full of bacteria. This would make every problem even worse. So don't use that. No.
We have another question from Andrea. How long into using a new product should you see results?
So if you want to do something for hydration, you just heard her, she's in 1 month, she's loving her skin. I expect from my products, when you use my products, that you see an improvement in your glow and dewiness of your skin with one-time use. Of course, if we talk about hyperpigmentation, if we talk about acne, we need to have time, because our skin turnover, our skin regrowth is at least 20 days and probably more like 30 days. So it's skin renewal all the time. You cannot unless you take off your skin. Yeah, that's a quick fix, but we don't want that. We don't, because we want to heal our skin. We want to keep our skin functioning. So we don't want to do that. But if we talking about hyperpigmentation, acne, all kinds of problems, then you should really, it should come in the long run, you know. Hyperpigmentation, just as an example, my friend in Miami, 2 twins, she had hormonal melasma after her birth, and I told her use a darker skin tone line. It took her 2.5 months, and she called me and she's like, oh my god, everything is gone. So it really depends, you know, what you want to achieve. But those products are game changing, and everybody loves it. So acne scars. So I think one also big thing, you know, acne scars is a big topic, and the best thing to not get acne scars is prevention. You know, prevention, I mean, like, try to avoid getting acne, and if you feel like it's happening and you're getting acne, you need to react right away with the right products. If you're 6 weeks into using the products and doing everything right with your food and lifestyle, etc., and it doesn't get better, you have to go to a dermatologist. You might have to go and do treatments which are stronger, from oral Accutane over antibiotics over topical acids, to stop the acne breakouts. And it's really important to get this under control fast, because if you don't, it can really break the walls of the follicles underneath if the infection is really deep, and then it can really cause bad acne scars. So the most important thing is to react fast to a situation like this. If you already have these acne scars, etc., I like to recommend to my patients to start with loving your skin, like using the enzyme cleanser, using the calming serum to help acne scars, brightening line to even out the skin tone from redness or hyperpigmentation around the acne scars. Repair food is amazing when you have acne. So I think you want to try that first. Also, when you have a pimple, never pop it. Don't pop it. It's really important to stay away and try to avoid it, because first of all, it can cause hyperpigmentation. Second of all, it can create ruptures in your skin. So if you want to use the spot treatment on it, whether overnight or every day, it's also in tinted. You can use it on your skin instead of makeup even, you know. It's very covering, the tinted version of the clarifying spot treatment. Oops, it has tea tree oil and zinc oxide to help to reduce sebum production as ingredients to heal the spot. So it's really important to not be aggressive also on your pimples. Stay patient. Yeah.
On that note, a lot of people are asking about lasers for acne scars.
So that's, you know, if you have these acne scars and all conservative ways didn't come to success, you could also have tried microneedling, etc., microdermabrasion. If it doesn't help, then you got to go to your dermatologist and try lasers, and you try strong acid peels. But then be really, really careful. Only do it with a dermatologist, and then stay away from the sun, stay away from screens, pollution. You really need to be, your skin will be so vulnerable, yeah, that it's really important to, you know, to regrow your skin and take care of your skin barrier function. It's really, 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 really important.
And then just one more quick question. Someone was asking why you took the mask off with a towel instead of just water. Is it better?
Oh no, I didn't.
You didn't see the water.
I just put the towel in water and then like soaked it a lot and then took it off very gently. But you could just wash it off. I just sitting here. I don't know. It was easier to do it that way. No specific. But I'm gonna put on the clarifying serum now. And actually, I only put on the clarifying serum on the places that I needed, which is definitely my chin right now and my nose a little. And then I like to use the hyaluronic serum for the rest of my face.
Please give us feedback, what we can do better. I'm not used to do this behind the camera. Normally we're sitting all around the table and chatting, so it's quite new to me as well. I want to give you as best information as possible. Always keep in mind, whatever you do to your skin, keep your skin in the best and healthiest condition possible. Even though sometimes it's hard because you think, oh, it's easy for me to say because I don't have problems, but I used to have problems myself. I fixed my skin with the stuff I created, and I'm fixing a lot of people's skin with the stuff I created. And let's try at least to do it in a very healing way instead of bombarding our skin with really harmful, harsh ingredients which destruct our skin even more and can cause so much more problems. And I really want to beg you to try. Now is the time. We all need to sit at home. We cannot really do much except working from home. And it's good to really try out now. What can I do? Can I maybe fix my skin? Maybe I can stop wearing makeup. Maybe I can stop doing this quick fix clinic at home thing. Just really try, and we help you. 15 of my facialists are giving FaceTime consultations for you for free. I myself will do it. I am doing it already, but I will do it more. My dermatologist in Germany is doing it. So we all try to help, especially also when it comes to more severe problems like acne, and we want to help you guys. So stay in touch. Let me know what else you need to know, what we should talk about. Maybe keep sending questions, and we do this again. Thank you. I'm so happy you all were part of this today, and see you soon.
Bye.